need something from me, I got it from them. You know what I'm saying? It's all love. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? When I go into some of the rules, surviving in prison, it'll give you a perspective of like really like the day-to-day walking. You feel me? Like real structured ways to survive in prison for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? 7 rules to survive in prison.
Yeah, man. I mean, let's touch on them. I know, like you mentioned, you had an opportunity to make it up out of there. So I'm sure you were able to develop a different type of wisdom and understanding when it comes to that life that the average person who's never been through something traumatic like that, whatever, you know what I'm saying, understand without having a person like you share. So what are some of the tips that you can share, bro?
I mean, to me personally, man, I'm gonna just lay down seven survival, man, tips, man, for anybody, you know what I'm saying, we ain't promoting getting incarcerated and nothing like that, you feel me, but, you know what I'm saying, if such happen, then these 7 tips, man, the survival tips, man, to really survive in prison, you know what I'm saying. Number 1, really, in prison, man, is literally mind your business, you know what I'm saying. Number 1 rule in prison, to mind your business. Like, to elaborate on it, man, it's just like, in prison, everybody have a life, you know what I'm saying, no matter what it is, you know what I'm saying. That brother may be working in the kitchen, that brother may work as quartermaster, that brother may get up and do exercise all day, but the point is, minding your business is, if you whatever is going on, like literally, don't look. You could be walking up the hallway, don't look left, don't look right. You can't be looking at people's cells. You feel me? Like you can see, look to your corner of your eye and see somebody getting stabbed. You better not look over there or go over there to see what's going on. You could be seeing some other stuff that you ain't really condoning. You feel me? 2 people having a relationship. You feel me? And it may look weird, you might want to say nothing, but you trust me, brother, you better not, because it's consequences to everything you do. The best thing you could ever do is just mind your business in prison, and you feel me, and literally everything else will flow, because when you get into other people's business, it'll never add up, you feel me, it'll never add up. Tip 2 is respect everybody, you feel me. Whatever charge you're in there for, let's start with your, you know what I'm saying, that's your identity. That's kind of like your belt, you feel me. Like, that's, I mean, you got an inmate number, but in real life, when you come next to a man want to know where you from, what you stand for, what your charge is. So as far as before you can respect you know what I'm saying, everybody, you gotta respect yourself, you feel me. So a man asks you what charge you in there for, you gotta keep it 100 and tell your charge, you feel me. It could be whatever your charge may be, break it down, keep it truthful, because once you become a liar, you feel me, you ain't, you know what I'm saying, you're not a stand up in there. You know what I'm saying, respecting everybody, like you know what I'm saying, like, just cause he's skinny, just cause he little, really don't mean he a punk, you feel me. Just cause he has a charge that you might dislike doesn't mean you should speak on it, you feel me, because you don't know his circumstances or how he had got that charge. Maybe you could pull him to the side and probably understand a little bit more. But if you're not respecting him in that aspect, then something detrimental can happen to you. You feel me? And that's just that. You have to, the lowest, so you got to treat top dog on the yard just like you treat the wimpy white boy. You feel me? Because the wimpy white boy can get a knife and hit you on the neck, just like the top dog on the yard. You feel me? Scare people, the most deadliest persons in the world, you feel me. You know what I'm saying. So it's just like, it's real life in prison, you feel me. Number 3, really is more or less, it's read, but 3 is more or less like, it's a metaphor, basically physically and mentally, you know what I'm saying. Of course you can read mentally to grab more knowledge. You feel me? They say you want to hide something from a black man, put it in a book. You feel me? That's fortunate. I mean, it's unfortunate, but it's fortunate like that for the white man that is happening right before their eyes. You feel me? Because it's like it happens. You want to hide something, just put it in a book. You feel me? The black man not gonna open a book. The point I'm trying to make is reading helps you fundamentally in prison day to day in, because you gaining knowledge, you ascertaining knowledge, you soaking in things that you didn't know. You could be reading a personal biography about the brother Malcolm X, and you can learn that once upon a time, before he became a Nation of Islam, he was a criminal. He always wasn't on his path of being an articulate black man. So you can take that and acknowledge yourself as that, oh, I could become Detroit Red and then Malcolm X. You feel me? Reading just, and then you can just learn up on the earth. Reading just put you in just a whole another society, a whole another realm, a whole another geographic that the world can never place you in, because you ascertaining knowledge. You feel me? Then on another flip side, you learn how to read people. You feel me? On the physical side, it's the most craziest trait you can ever learn, because a person can tell you how they feel about you with never saying nothing. Like literally just from a head nod, from an eye look, from across the room, before they even think they even knew you, they'll tell you how they feel about you. You can meet somebody literally from across the yard and they can step up and give you the craziest glare stare in the world, and they don't even know that they're doing it, but you can see it out the corner of their eyes. You can see how that person feels about you organically, period. You feel me? Because it's people that just hate people just to hate. It's people that love people just to love. So it's reading not only a book, but also reading expressions and people and the way the world working. You feel me? It's just a heavy advance. If you can't read the room in prison, you through. You feel me? Like if you can't read that your homeboy then lured you in the back 40, where it ain't literally the guards on the roof, but you feel me, the fog so heavy at night, or the fog so heavy in the morning that can't nobody see, but you can't see neither because you're not reading. You're gonna walk straight into that fog, and there's gonna be two niggas coming jumping out. They're gonna hit you with blades from each side of your face, and then they're gonna disappear in the fog again, and then you just gonna be walking out the fog holding your face, wondering why your shit gushing out, because you didn't read nothing. You walk straight into the fog, and it became a detrimental game. I don't be wanting to make everything sound so gruesome, so vulgar and so violent, but I have to go to the extreme measures when I'm explaining these survival codes, because that's how prison is. It's survival code. Once you blink, something go wrong. 4 is exercise. You gotta have an exercise regimen. Like, it's better to have, to be honest, it's better to have a partner when you're doing it, because your partner gonna push you to another limit. You feel me? Like, your partner always, it's a certain thing in prison where, like, it's called, he chipping you. Like, if me and you go work out, you always gonna push me to the limit, to where I'm like, not necessarily tapping out, but I'm going to the extreme. You feel me? Whether it's doing push-ups, whether it's doing curls, whether it's doing sit-ups, whether it's doing squats, no matter what it is, bear crawls, Tyson's, no matter what it is, my partner pushing me to the limit. But even if you ain't got no partner, it's good to exercise every day, man. Take the time to exercise every day, because exercise is not only something for physical, but it's for the mind. It's another realm where it's like it's taking you out of the place that you are. Okay, it's unfortunately that you're in prison, but you have to gauge and get other things going on other than being institutionalized. So exercise is the way to escape, going to another world, man. Get a day-to-day activity, a day-to-day regimen, and it makes you feel good, and it's purposeful. So number 5, man, is really for the, you know what I'm saying, for the youngsters, man. Don't go in prison joining gangs. It's not cool, it's not lit, it's not popping, you feel me? Now we know these gangs are stand for a purpose, you feel me? Like Vice Lords, GDs. When I say GDs, I'm talking about Gangster Disciples, Bloods. We're not saying none of these gangs doesn't stand for a moral cause. It just be sometimes in a prison system, in a penal system, the leaders that be of these gangs turns them into something more than the actual cause that the gangs stand for. So not saying it's in every purpose, but sometimes situations and circumstances in prison may not be that. Like, they could be just recruiting you to have numbers, recruiting you to be a crash dummy. You feel me? When you want to join an organization in prison, you want to associate yourself with something with a religious background. You could be a Melanic. You feel me? It has a moral compass with a religious background where you actually standing for something. You know what I'm saying? Not saying, like I say, gangs not standing for something, but it's better when you join an organization that has a religious background. I have to be straight up front and keep it 100, because at the end of the day, it's like you want to be associated with something that's gonna hold you down. You feel me? Like, that has a moral compass that's really standing behind something, not someone that's just waking up in the morning, just not on a mission, not moving for vertical ascension. You know what I'm saying? So, 6, standing on business. Mean what you say what you mean. That's simple, man. In prison, it kind of relates back to respecting yourself, but standing on business is more purposeful, because it's like every day a man must stand on the code in prison, and you must abide by the code. If you're a store man, you have to be the store man every day. You can't just be it one day and then the next day be it. If you make knives, you have to make knives all day. You tattoo artist, you gotta make tattoos. You gotta make your set, get your tattoo. Whatever you doing, how you hustling in prison, whatever you doing in prison, stand on that, and literally your day will go by fine in prison, because it's what you standing on. You know what I'm saying? And it's who you is. Never lie about your case. That's one important rule. Always protect yourself. You feel me? If it's beef on the floor, address it immediately. Don't wait. You know what I'm saying? Don't be scared to look a man eye to eye, man. Win, lose, or draw. If it's something y'all gotta do to handle the situation, stand on that. You feel me? If you said something or you did something, stand on that. You feel me? Just say y'all get into a fight, go to the hole. Don't say nothing. Y'all got into a fight. Stand on that business. Get out in the hole. Y'all can get an understanding between each other. Don't ever talk to the police. You feel me? Stand on that business, and you'll be straight in prison, man. Last rule, last but not least, 7. You know what I'm saying? Be prepared for anything. Man, prison like a whirlwind. It's anything can happen at any second. Literally. Anything can happen at any second, man. You could be in the middle of the night laying up, and the guards could say, you having a bunkie, you having a room switch. Or you riding out from the whole prison. You don't know why, when, where you going, no matter what. But psychologically, you have to be prepared for that, because this is how prison go. This can happen literally in the middle of the night. All because someone said you was going to stab them in the morning when the doors pop open. You probably never said this to this person, but they fear you enough to say that you can get the job done to get this person stabbed up. So it's behooves of them to get you out of prison. But that's just one example I'm using to prepare yourself. Another thing, I'll piggyback on some of the rules I was saying earlier. Prepare yourself to get to know your bunkie. You can be literally in a room with a person you literally have no acknowledgement of. I know this person's name, no nothing. Situations like that. Be prepared to police fucking with you for no reason. You asking for a reason, but there is no reason, because they really don't have a reason. They just fucking with you. Again, be prepared for dudes saying they one way but not. You feel me? Like, be prepared for leeches. Be prepared for snakes. Be prepared for any and everything in prison. Like, there's nothing you can't prepare yourself for. Be prepared to get a flop. You feel you can catch no tickets in prison. Then go then literally go see the parole board, and you've been literally ticket free. Then did everything stipulation wise that they recommended, and they can still flop you. Then again, the guy next door to you in the next cell, everything just literally through boiling sky hot water, scalding hot water on somebody's face and beat them with a lock and literally get sent home. So it'd be so many different crazy scenarios where you be like, God damn, I didn't catch no tickets. But dog next door literally just beat a man, literally have to, he the reason the man is in the hospital with no face. And you just let him out. So be prepared for situations like that where you scratching your head trying to understand justice system and how the parole board go.
Does race play a factor in that? Not to cut you off.
No, because I didn't actually see black guys get off like that. So it's not like just like a white thing. I think it's more or less like a statistic thing and who they want to see out. You feel me? Like, not to be all the way crazy with it, but on some real 100 shit, they be knowing who gonna come back to prison. You feel me? Like, for real, they be knowing. Like, sometimes these guys tell them in an interview, like, I'm going home to kill my brother. It be documented in interviews, parole interviews, and they still let him go. Like, you ain't gonna do nothing, go home. And literally go home and smoke his brother and come back with life. You feel me? So it's like, I don't know exactly how the analytics of what exactly, how, where they let people out. But yeah, that deals a lot with who they feel will come back to prison, who they feel best fits the criteria to get back to the world, to come, you know what I'm saying, to visit recidivism. Like, you know what I'm saying, that whole ride back there is real. You feel me? I got homeboys where it's like, you literally see they got out at the same time as you or before you, and when you get out, you get around them, you see they tracing what they doing, and you literally sit there and tell them like, hey bro, you going back. You beat your girl up every day. You're eventually gonna go back to prison. You beating up a girl for no reason every day. What you think gonna happen? The police, the neighbors is gonna call. Dude, something's gonna happen, bro. Where this is what you doing. So it's like different traits and different ways where it's just like prison system kind of know who's coming back to prison. You feel me? So it'd be like certain situations where it'd be like race don't really have nothing to do with it, because they got to send certain amount back to Detroit, got to send a certain amount back to Flint, they got to send a certain amount back to Saginaw, they got to send a certain amount back to Carson City. These are all these inner cities within Michigan. So it's not a race thing, because Detroit people have to come back into society, but they know who will come back. You feel me?